Hello everyone! I hope you're ready for another adventure, because today, Wayne reads Winnie the Pooh and Tigger too. Always remember that as we go on these amazing adventures and read these amazing stories, all you have to do is press the CC button in your YouTube link to be able to follow along with the words. Now I think that Madam Owl will be perfect to join us for today's adventure. Now that Madam Owl is here, let's jump in. Winnie the Pooh and Tigger too. One morning, Winnie the Pooh was walking to visit his friend Piglet. Although Pooh's head was stuffed with fluff, he was a cheerful fellow. As he walked along the woods, he was humming a song to himself. Pooh did not look where he was going. All of a sudden, someone bounced into him. Pooh found himself flat on the ground. Tigger was sitting on his tummy. "Hello, Pooh," said Tigger. "It's a fine day for bouncing." Tigger helped Pooh get up. "Thank you, Tigger," said Pooh. "I was just thinking, it's a fine day for going to visit Piglet." "I was on my way to see Rabbit," said Tigger, "but I will come along with you." And he bounced away. Tigger bounced on ahead of Pooh. He bounced so fast and he bounced so far that he bounced right into Piglet. "Tigger," cried Piglet, "you scared me." "I'm sorry," said Tigger. He helped Piglet get up. "Now I'm off to see Rabbit," said Tigger. "Why don't you and Pooh come with me?" Away he bounced again. Tigger bounced into Rabbit's garden. Rabbit was busy counting his carrots. Suddenly, Tigger bounced on top of him. "Hello there, Rabbit," said Tigger. "Tigger, you're a pest," said Rabbit. Well, when Pooh and Piglet reached the garden, they helped Rabbit to his feet. Rabbit was very angry at Tigger. "Why are you always so bouncy?" he cried. "Bouncing is what I do best," Tigger said, and he began to sing. "The wonderful thing about Tiggers are wonderful things. Their tops are made of rubber. Their tails are made out of spring. They're bouncy, trouncy, flouncy, pouncy, fun, 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 fun. The wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one. I'm the only one." By the time Tigger bounced away, Rabbit's whole garden was ruined. Later that day, Rabbit came up with a splendid idea for unbouncing Tigger. He told Pooh and Piglet about it. "We will take him on a long explore and leave him in the woods," said Rabbit. "When we go back to get him the next morning, Tigger will not be so bouncy." "That is a splendid idea," said Piglet. "What do you think, Pooh?" But Pooh was sitting in a cozy chair, and he had fallen asleep. Piglet poked Pooh. "I think that's a splendid idea," said Pooh, after Piglet told him all about it. The very next day, Rabbit, Pooh, and Piglet took Tigger into the woods. "When we come back to get Tigger tomorrow," said Rabbit, "the bouncers will all be gone. He'll be a sad Tigger." Sorry, Tigger." "Rabbit, I'm so glad to see you, Tigger." Tigger bounced farther and farther away. He did not know about Rabbit's idea to leave him in the woods. The three friends found a hollow log. "Quick," said Rabbit. "Hide inside." They climbed into the log. Tigger soon came back to look for them. "Hello," he called. No one answered. Tigger stood on top of the log. He called to his friends again. They still did not answer. "They must be lost," thought Tigger, and he bounced away to find them. As soon as Tigger was out of sight, Rabbit, Pooh, and Piglet started home. After a while, they came to a sand pit. "Something is wrong," said Piglet. "I'm sure we passed here before." "Nonsense," said Rabbit. "Keep walking." Soon they came to the sand pit again. "I believe we're lost," said Pooh. "We have been looking for a home, but we keep finding this sand pit. Maybe if we start looking for the sand pit, we will find our home." "I'm sure I know the way," said Rabbit. "You two wait here, and I'll find it." Pooh and Piglet waited for Rabbit. They waited and waited and waited, but Rabbit did not come back. At last, Pooh took Piglet's hand. "Let's follow my tummy," said Pooh. "Whenever I get hungry for honey, my tummy leads me home." Sure enough, Pooh's tummy found the way. As soon as they came out of the woods, Tigger bounced into them. "Oh, Tigger," said Pooh, "Rabbit is lost in the wood." "Tiggers never get lost," said Tigger. "I'll go find him." And he bounced away. Meanwhile, Rabbit was all alone in the darkest part of the woods. He was very, very lost. Every time he looked around, he thought he saw someone watching him. He heard all sorts of scary sounds. Peck, 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 croak, hiss, hoot, 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 jump, jump, jump. Then Rabbit heard someone creeping in the bushes. "Help, Pooh! Help, Piglet!" he shouted. Suddenly, He was bounced to the ground. "Tigger!" Rabbit cried. "I'm so glad to see you." Tigger let Rabbit out of the woods. Poor Rabbit, his splendid idea for unbouncing Tigger had not worked out very well. Bright and early the very next morning, Tigger went to Kanga's house. Kanga was so busy sweeping the yard. "May I take Roo for a walk with me?" asked Tigger. "Of course, dear," said Kanga. As Tigger bounced along, Roo rode on his back. "Can Tiggers climb trees?" asked Roo. "That's what Tiggers do best," said Tigger. "I'll show you." Tigger found a tall tree, and then he bounced from branch to branch. He bounced up. "Ooh," Tigger squealed Roo. He bounced higher. "Ooh," Tigger squealed Roo. He kept bouncing higher and higher. Soon, they went near to the top of the tree. When Tigger looked down, he was very scared. "How did this tree get so high?" he cried. "Isn't it fun?" said Roo. "No," answered Tigger. "I forgot to tell you, Tiggers can't climb down." "Hooray!" screamed Roo. "We'll stay here forever." Just at that moment, Pooh and Piglet came by. They happened to look up at the tree. "Piglet," whispered Pooh, "there's a jaguar." "Are jaguars fierce animals?" cried Piglet. "I'm not really sure," cried Pooh. "Let's walk a bit closer and see." When Pooh and Piglet reached the tree, they saw Tigger and Roo near the top. "Hello," called Roo. "Tigger is stuck." "Don't worry," Tigger called Pooh. "We will get Christopher Robin. He'll think of a way to rescue you." Before long, Christopher Robin appeared. He ran to the tree with Rabbit and Kanga. "I hope Tigger has learned his lesson," said Rabbit. "Maybe he'll stop bouncing now." Christopher Robin took off his coat. He told everyone to hold on to a corner so Roo could jump into it. After Roo came tumbling down, Christopher Robin called up to Tigger. "Now it's your turn to jump," he said. "Tiggers don't like to jump. They bounce," said Tigger. "But if I ever get down from here, I'll promise never to bounce again." "Did you hear that?" cried Rabbit. "He promised to stop bouncing." Tigger closed his eyes and let go of the tree. Down, down, down he fell. He landed on the coat with a thump that everyone fell backward. Tigger was happy to be down. He started to bounce. But Rabbit held out his hand. "No bouncing, Tigger," he said. "You promised never to bounce again." "That's right," said Tigger. "I did." Tigger began to walk away without his bounces. He was a very sad Tigger indeed. Roo watched this unhappy friend. "I like the old bouncy Tigger better," he said. "So do I, dear," said Kanga. "So do I," said Pooh and Piglet. Everyone looked at Rabbit. "Well," said Rabbit, "so do I guess." All of a sudden, Tigger came bouncing back. "Do you really mean it, Rabbit?" he cried. "May I have my bounces back?" "Yes," said Rabbit, "I really mean it." "Hooray!" said Tigger, and off he bounced, happy to be his bouncy self again. The end. I'm very glad that Tigger was able to get his bounces back. What did you think of the story, Madam Owl? I like that part too. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again. And we'll see you on the next adventure here with Wayne Reads. Thank you for joining us, and we can't wait to see you again. Bye-bye-bye.